welcome to Broad Street, the COVID-19 data project, where we are reporting data related to COVID-19. The project has 3 different active tracks currently: the daily numbers track, the vaccine track, and the policy track. Here on the daily numbers track, we report cases and deaths data every single day for every county and every state in the United States, including Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. The cool thing about the daily numbers track is that we have 2 mini tracks called the data entry track, which is responsible for entering data from the sources and making sure that we get the data from every single source that we have, whereas the quality assurance track is responsible for looking at the data that we're recording and comparing it with other data aggregators and just making sure that the overall quality of the data is good. Once you finish up training, you will be placed on a regional team. We have 6 regional teams on the daily numbers track: the Midwest team, the Northeast team, the Southeast team, the Mountains team, the Mississippi River Valley Prairie team, and the West Pacific team. Each region has states that correspond to that region of the country. Once you are placed on a team, you'll be working with your other team members and your team lead to record data for the states in your region. If we head over here, every single team member on the project in all 3 tracks works out of this folder called the COVID-19 Data Project 2021 folder. As you can see here, each track has its own folder. If we head on over here to the COVID-19 Daily Numbers COVID-19 track, you'll see here that we have mini folders within our track, some important things to look out for. So these are our team entry sheets that that have states for every region of the United States. Here's our COVID-19 Data Project Handbook, which is always cool to check out as it has info on every single thing that happens on the track and the project. And another cool folder to keep an eye out for is your Team Resources folder, which has team-specific resources available. So if we check out one of these entry sheets, you'll see here at the top that this is a currently active sheet because it says 8/21/2021 to present. A historic sheet has the word historic, and it'll have the dates that the sheet has data for, just because we're collecting so much data that we have to update our sheets every month. So if we head on over here, so the sheet starts with 8/21. The most recent date where you can enter in data is at the end. So for example, today's September 8th, and then people will be entering data for September 8th throughout today. Every single date has a sum function. So every death has a sum function. Every death for a date has a sum function, and cases have a sum function. Please do not edit these formulas as they sum up all the data that we enter. It's also important that you have a number in for every single cell so that these sum functions work properly. Another cool thing about our spreadsheets is that you can end a comment. A comment is indicated by this little triangle, and the QA team members use it, the data entry team members use it. It's basically cool to leave a comment if there's something interesting about that county on a certain day. And you can leave a comment by clicking on a cell and clicking this comment button, entering your comment, and then hitting comment.